What's going on, guys? I'm just gonna jump right into it today because I've really been liking the shorter format of these because I'm kind of trying to just bang them out at this point until at least until this weekend, where I'll have some more time to really commit to shooting some extra stuff instead of just sitting here talking in front of this. Who knows? We'll see where it goes. But today I want to talk about work. You know, that like roughly 8 hours Monday through Friday that you spend doing something that you don't really like in a place where you don't really like all the people. I mean, at least that's how it is for most people. So today I was reading this study that said nearly 3/4 of all Americans are unhappy with their jobs and are actively searching for a new one. And I think that this is really important to address because I don't think a large percentage of those people realize that where they work probably isn't going to make them happier. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, but it is greener where you water it. So when you're going to a place that you hate to work, or maybe you just work around people that you really dislike, I think it's important to stop and think about what those specific reasons are. If it's stuff like, oh, my boss sucks, or the people around me are always super negative, or I don't like the people I work around because they're super judgmental and they gossip all the time, or that kind of thing, I think it's important to first look inward and realize that you are never going to be able to change those things. The only thing that you can change in that kind of situation is yourself. And I know a lot of people hate to hear that because it's a lot easier to push the blame on other people. But if you're constantly pushing the blame on other people, then your life is probably going nowhere and nowhere fast. And I know that because I was in that position for a long time, pretty much for the entirety of my working life. So when you put the blame on other people, all you're doing is giving them the control. When you say those people are too judgmental and gossipy and I hate working around them, then what does that do for you? It does absolutely nothing. You're just complaining. You telling them that is probably not going to stop them from judging you or gossiping about you. It's probably just going to make them do it more directly at you. What you can do is realize that these people are just normal people and their opinions don't really mean anything at all. And I know that's easier said than done, getting used to that kind of thing. You're never going to be able to stop those people from being gossipy or changing who they are, or if they're super negative all the time and they're bringing that negativity on you, you're going to have to strengthen your own mentality and your own resolve. But the thing that I think is most important about work is finding a mission in it and finding a purpose in it. And I think Aubrey Marcus said it really, really well when he said, there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who need to find purpose and meaning in what they do for a living, and those who find purpose and meaning elsewhere and use this work as a means to an end. I definitely think that I am the latter of those two, at least for right now. In my current field, I am definitely not happy with a lot of the stuff that I have to do there or how I spend my time. And for a long time, that was just my viewpoint of work, is it was terrible because I was stuck there and I had no choice about it. But when I changed my mindset to this is a means to an end, it's at the very least a way to provide myself the resources so I can create something better for myself. It really helped lift my mentality about the work itself. No, the work hasn't really changed all that much. I mean, it's gotten a little bit better and I get to work around some people who are just better, more positive people, and that's definitely helped. I've just realized that it has now become the vehicle to bring me to where I want to be with this and with the rest of my life as far as work goes. I think work is important. I think that it's something that people need in their lives in order to be happier, because if you really want to do nothing with your life, you can do nothing with your life and just not have money. There's nothing wrong with that. You can't have something for nothing unless you win the lottery, but nothing's stopping you from sitting on your ass right now. I think that naturally people want to find something constructive to do with their time. That constructive thing may not be doing data entry or being a school bus driver, or even being a lawyer where you do make good money. And that's why I agree with the whole find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life, because when you're doing something that you feel has a purpose, it doesn't really feel like work as much anymore. And I think that those people that have found that where they're not working a day in their life anymore is only because they've changed their mindset and reframed it. They're doing something that makes them happy, or at the very least they see a means to an end. If you're doing a job that you don't love, or see value in, then try to think over the next couple days and find what is the means to the end for this. If this job serves absolutely no purpose and it can't even help you get to the end where you really want to be, then maybe it's time to start looking for something new. In my case, being in the military, I don't have a choice to leave right now. So the only thing I can do is change my mindset about it and see that at the very least I'm provided for right now, and I just have to make the best use out of my free time and soak up every little bit I can and put it towards something constructive. Because the alternative is being one of the many people I see all the time that say, well, I want to get out of the Navy. And I'm like, oh, well, that's great, man. What do you want to do when you get out? And they're like, well, I don't really know yet, but I know I want to get out. I'm like, okay, well, you don't have like any plans or anything? Like, you gonna go back to school, or you gonna find another job? And they're like, oh yeah, go back to school. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, well, what are you gonna go to school for? And they're like, well, I don't know, but the Navy will pay for it and I have the money, so I'm gonna go back to school. And 9 times out of 10, those are the same people that when the time comes, they end up re-enlisting, and then the whole thing starts all over again. But it's because they didn't have a plan. They didn't have a purpose or an end goal or some sort of means to the end. So just start looking for that. You don't have to find it right now. You don't have to find it next week. But I really think that when you do find that purpose, you'll see your mindset about what you're doing start to change. And honestly, there's no reason not to put some thought into this. If you really hate your job that much, then I would be doing anything I can to make it better, or at least find a way out of it. Because for me, the way out is going to be a road that I have to pave myself. It's not going to be something that's just handed to me. I truly believe that there's nothing in life that's worth having that you don't have to work for. With that, I've been really enjoying these kind of shorter videos. It makes my life a little bit easier. And as a kind of a final word, I haven't talked a lot about gratitude, I think, over the past couple of videos, or maybe like the past week or so. So call someone you haven't talked to in a while and just tell them you're thankful for them, or maybe just shoot them a text message or an email if you're 45 years old, because who does that anymore? But just remind someone today that you're thinking about them and you're happy to have them in your life, because it makes a big difference. And what's not great about making a difference in someone else's life? So with that, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and I'm about to have a long weekend, so I'm about to be doing a whole lot of this. All right, see ya.